we got there and we had a whole hotel to ourselves. So this Airbnb, which was super cheap if you think about the fact that it was a whole hotel, and I think there's 20 rooms. So everyone had their own room.
Oh, wow.
Instead of what we thought were beds in like a main.
When you said we didn't do our research, I thought it was going to be terrible, but it was the opposite.
Well, yeah.
Right. Wait, hold on. How? Yeah, tell me more.
It was very high up in the mountains. So instead of getting warmer, it got colder.
Oh, no.
And we didn't bring warm enough clothes. But there was a fire pit. So we were hoping the fire pit would be nice. And there was a hot tub. So we were like, oh, great. The hot tub is going to be amazing.
Hot tubs are better in cold climates anyways.
Yeah, exactly. On a mountaintop.
And you don't have to share with any other hotel guests. That's
right.
Just, you know.
Yeah. It was New Year's. So the people who were meant to meet us there and the hotel staff were all gone.
Oh. Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Bnb. This is Maha.
This is Ian. And before we get to our awesome guest, Sam, we have another co-host. Who's this?
Baby Sharon. Oh.
How old is Sharon?
She's 12 weeks old. You know, I love a dog with a person name. She sounds like she works in HR.
She looks, yeah. She also looks a lot like little baby Janet.
I know. R.I.P. baby Janet. I said I'd never get another dog, but here I am. And for the record, it definitely helps a lot. Who can be sad when you have the cute little puppy like this?
Aw.
That's amazing. Yeah. But enough animals. Let's get to the humans. Sam, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
welcome,
thanks for
Sam.
having me. Thank you. Hi.
So where are you from? Earlier, you're asking how far Augusta is.
Yeah.
You're not from here, it sounds like.
I currently live in Mexico City.
Oh, my gosh.
Mexico, yeah. And I move around quite a lot, so I don't have like a home base necessarily.
Yeah.
But
how'd you end up there?
I try to move every 4 years to a new city. And I was in Austin, Texas before that for 5 years. And I was like, what's next? Couldn't think of I didn't know Atlanta that well, but I couldn't think of another city in the U.S. that I wanted to move to. So I went south. Mexico City was just an hour and a half south. It was at the time, same time zone.
Wait, Mexico City is only an hour and a half south of Austin?
Yeah, like a flight.
I'm terrible at geography.
It's like probably closer to 2 hour flight, but
okay.
more or
flight,
less. Yeah.
not like a drive. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, definitely flight. And same time zone. So it was all just kind of like seemed to make sense.
So you work remote, I assume?
Yes.
Or are you a Airbnb host full time?
No, I am not an Airbnb host at all. I stay in a lot of Airbnbs.
Okay.
But I, at the time, was working remote. I'll put that in quotes because the company I was working for did not know I was moving.
Oh.
They were based in the UK. They did not know anything about the US. So I felt very comfortable and confident moving without them finding out.
Is this your first time living outside of the country?
Well, no, I was born outside the country, but then I had lived in the U.S. for about 20 years before leaving the country again.
Where were you born?
I was born, complicated question, complicated answer. I was born in a boat.
What?
International waters.
What?
But my parents were both Israeli, so Israel was my first claimed passport. Yeah. And they were both U.S. citizens, so I got U.S. Citizenship right away as well.
Okay. I don't know if that still stands anymore these days.
I have no idea.
We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of my parents were green card holders when I was born. I was born in the States, but now I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that might not stick anymore.
I actually, I heard something about that. I don't know if it's still going to be the same process.
That pirate, citizenship that you have might not fly anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Pirates. I love that. I'm going to use that from now on. Yeah.
So where in the States did you grow up?
So I moved around a lot growing up. I was basically every year I moved to a different part of the world, and then I stayed for the first time. I took a few years of high school in the United States, and that was in West Orange, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And then I went to university also in New Jersey.
Very non-American of you to call it university.
What's it called? College.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, okay.
That's fine. I mean, the rest of the world calls it university.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah. I'll correct that for
your
future.
Airbnb experiences, I assume, are from traveling around a lot, moving around a lot?
Yeah, exactly. I move around a lot, and usually when I move to a new city, I try to grab an Airbnb maybe for a month or for a little while while I like figure out where I want to live and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
How do you and Ian know each other?
We met through my cousin Megan.
Oh, in Austin.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly. Yeah.
Meg is awesome.
Megan is awesome.
Friend of the show. That has
Yeah.
not been on yet.
Yeah, exactly. But we've talked about her often.
And
that's amazing.
so Meg works for AAS, the staffing company for our viewers, and brought Sam aboard, a year ago now? Something
Yeah,
like
I
that?
think almost. Yeah, a year, almost exactly.
Oh, you work for
4th of July.
AAS too?
So I work for AAS.
Wow,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. What do you do for them?
HR. I should change my name to Sharon, but HR and operations. I help out. Megan's the chief operating officer, and I
Yeah.
kind of help out with operations and HR. Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
I already knew the international waters thing. I was just staying silent for a little bit. but
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
it
a
also
pretty
like
cool
blew the
story.
mind of like everyone who works for us. They're like,
Yeah.
wait, he's a pirate. He was born,
Right.
born at sea.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Why were your parents at sea when you were being born?
I never asked my mom this question.
What?
It was just my mom. She went on a walk. They were
Went on a walk, got on a boat,
Yeah.
popped out a baby.
on. Yeah, exactly. They were in a little fishing town somewhere very far north, and the guy was like, "Yeah, come fishing with me," and then he went too far,
Oh my
and then
gosh.
she just had me. But she also had all. I have 3 sisters, and all of us were born like naturally, not
Oh,
in the
really?
hospital. So yeah.
Nobody's in a hospital? That's
Yeah.
crazy. So did the fisherman that just offered some lady a ride have to perform a delivery?
I never asked the full story.
How would you not ask
Got
these
these
questions?
fish and a baby in his
Right.
net.
Selling at the market? Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I should ask, but I honestly kind of like the mystery too. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe one day.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I hear you have some stories for us. This is Once Upon a Bnb. So
Yeah.
what do you got?
I was thinking on the way here, I should have prepared. I was thinking of some fun stories. I think most recently, this was New Year's 2024, 2023, turning to 2024. I booked an Airbnb in Mexico to celebrate New Year's with friends. I don't know if I ever told you the story.
Mexico
new to me.
City?
It was not Mexico City. It was an hour north of the city, northwest of the city. And it was what we thought was like a 4-bedroom Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
What brought y'all northwest of the city?
We were 20 people, and we were looking for a place that could fit 20 people to just party and celebrate New Year's in Mexico, fireworks,
Yeah.
One of the requirements was a hot tub because we love hot tubs.
Right. And it's New Year's. This is before you lived in Mexico
This
City?
No, I think I lived in Mexico City.
Okay.
So it was just a drive away.
All right.
And Mexico City has like a weird climate. It's colder than the rest of Mexico because
Yeah.
it's really high up.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we're going to leave the city. It'll be nice and warm in the middle of the winter. But we booked this Airbnb not knowing, I guess we didn't do our research very well. And we got there and we had a whole hotel to ourselves. So
What?
this Airbnb, which was super cheap if you think about the fact that it was a whole hotel. And I think there was 20 rooms. So everyone had their own room
Oh, wow.
instead of what we thought were beds in like a main.
When you said we didn't do our research, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be terrible, but it was the opposite.
Well, yeah.
Right. Wait,
yeah.
hold on. How? Yeah,
It
tell
was
me more.
very high up in the mountains.
Uh-huh.
So instead of getting warmer, it got colder.
Oh, no.
And we didn't bring warm enough clothes,
Uh-huh.
but there was a fire pit. So we were hoping the fire pit would be nice. And there was a hot tub. So we were like, oh, great. The hot tub is going to be amazing.
Hot tubs are better in cold climates anyways.
Yeah, exactly. On a
Yeah.
mountaintop.
And you
nice
don't have to
view.
share with any other hotel guests. That's just,
Right.
Yeah, it was New Year's, so the people who were meant to meet us there and the hotel staff were all gone.
Oh.
So this kind of abandoned hotel was for the taking, and it was nice.
gosh.
We had access to all the rooms,
Yeah.
but they also, once we finally got someone to open the gates for us, and we parked and we got out and we started celebrating and drinking, they locked us in. They closed the
What?
gate, locked it, and just disappeared.
Are you serious?
So we're 20 people in a fenced-in hotel with access to rooms and running water. The hot tub was not hot; it was just a cold pool,
Just a jacuzzi?
just a body of water in
Not
the
even a
mountains.
jacuzzi.
Yeah,
Wow.
and
Wait, so did y'all bring food with you? Could you order food? What did y'all
we
do?
brought snacks and food enough for the night.
Okay.
yeah, and so but it was cold. It was freezing cold. There's no heaters. So
And did y'all get there New Year's Eve, or did you get there a day or so beforehand, or like?
New Year's Eve. This is
Okay.
New Year's
Was
Eve.
it just like a one night only thing?
Yeah, well, we booked it for 2 nights, but we only stayed 1 night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was incredibly cold.
All right, so you're shivering together,
Shivering
circle
cold.
around for warmth.
Circling around for warmth. We were wearing our bathing suits because we thought the water would be warm, but it's not. So we're colder now. Some of us have jackets. Some of us have like sequins in our hair.
Oh my gosh.
New Year's.
And we are like, okay, we have to build a fire. It's way too cold. And there's a fire pit outside. Great. There's no firewood.
Oh God.
So we have to go
Start
scavenge
chopping down trees.
and
Or how about some of that furniture from that hotel?
pulling plants. We thought about breaking down furniture, but we're like, it's probably a bad idea. Some of us scale fences, and we are like grabbing just trees from the woods nearby and like, hoisting them over this
my gosh.
6 foot tall fence.
When did y'all realize you were locked in? Did they tell you they were locking you in, or they're just like, bye?
To be fair, none of us speak very good Spanish.
I was gonna ask, were the other 20 people Mexicans or like your American friends?
No,
20
we-
gringos.
We had
Right.
20 gringos. We had people fly in to come to
wow.
this like New Year's Eve
I
party.
bet they were pissed. You only had to go an hour north.
Yeah.
They flew all the way there.
They flew in and experienced this hotel in the mountains. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we survived obviously, and we have firewood for days.
So how did you back it up to be like, all right, I guess imagine you went for firewood after you figure out you guys are locked in because you're scaling the fence.
Yeah.
How did you guys, like, when it was like, wait a second, it's locked. What about over,
I think almost immediately, because we some of us drove, so some of us had cars, and we were trying to leave with our cars to buy food or blankets or just
Yeah.
stuff. And we could not open the main gate.
There's a market just at the bottom of the mountain. We just got to go. Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if we would have found anything open, but yeah, I think we were just stuck in this remote hotel. It was kind of crazy,
Oh
but
my gosh. Did you complain to Airbnb?
I think we actually got our money back completely.
I
which
would
was
hope
nice.
so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We slept there. So,
True. But I mean, did you have a choice?
yeah.
But to sleep there, you were literally locked
They
in.
stayed.
Right, exactly.
1 out of the 2 nights. Yeah. I think we got all our money back. We did have fireworks. So we let off a lot of fireworks, which was
Yeah.
very fun. And it helped light our firewood that we had now collected. But that was one of the crazier experiences. But Mexico's pretty known for not having hot tubs, I guess, now that I found that out. And also Airbnb's not being at all what they're described on
Not
Airbnb.
fans of hot water over there?
So how did they come let you out? How'd you guys eventually
Yeah,
escape?
yeah. The next day they showed up and yelled
They're
at
like,
us.
what? You didn't want to be locked in here? It's for your own safety.
I think maybe it was. I didn't even consider that. Maybe it was like, okay, so that the locals can't come in and like,
But I mean, then give you a key.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
that could have been an option.
yeah.
It's been like that when we've stayed. I think it might have been one that we've stayed together. Now I've been to a couple of Airbnbs together in Colombia, but where like they also like locked you in. We're like, and they always had to like security let us in and out.
Yeah, that's right.
A little
yeah.
scary.
I never thought of
Fire
it for my
hazard
security,
also, I would
but
think.
yeah, I think this time you couldn't leave unless you
Y'all
scaled
had
the fence.
fireworks and a big ass fire that
Yeah.
could have gone south really quickly.
Yeah, but we had cold water, so
True,
yeah,
true.
but
Just
yeah.
carry it out in your hands, buckets.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other. I mean, there have been some crazy places to stay. I think there's a huge crane that you can stay at
What?
in the Netherlands. We booked this. You take the crane elevator and you get to the top, and it's just a small little circular apartment that's like being held by the crane.
What?
So
wild.
That was wild, but that was actually
Dude,
really
if
cool
you could find the link for that and send it to
Oh,
us
yeah,
not right now,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
for sure.
Man, so like how high up were you? Crane height, I guess. Just like, where the f-
Yeah, like
Does it swing
10
at all? Are you feeling a little? You feeling safe?
It did not swing. It was pretty well chained up, but I hear on high velocity wind days, it's not fun. Yeah.
That's nuts. That's
Yeah.
such a cool experience.
Yeah.
I saw this one Airbnb that's like an old airplane that they turned into an Airbnb,
Whoa.
like off of a cliff. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Like a private jet that they changed into an Airbnb.
I read somewhere, I don't know if this is accurate, but there's like an Airbnb that you can book that used to be the house of like where the Beatles stayed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I feel like that would be
That'd be
amazing.
pretty
cool.
sick.
In
You
the
see,
UK or like
Yeah, it's in the UK.
You'll see like the Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Home Alone house.
Yeah.
Right, that you can rent. It can rent on Airbnb.
Oh wow.
And like whoever bought it has like leaned into the fact that
It's decorated all Home
is filmed there.
Alone-ish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Christmas lights year round.
Yeah.
kinda.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of other examples, but that's a lot of times people be like, let me monetize this one connection to something random.
Right.
Yeah.
You could probably easily make shit like that up too. Who's gonna know? Yeah, the Beatles totally lived here.
You know what? Yeah, that's a really solid point. You put like a few flags up, maybe like a
Right.
fake signature.
That's
Some of them are
hilarious.
still alive, right?
Yeah.
Maybe wait till he dies.
Right. Exactly.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, no, I swear. He told
Definitely
me.
lived here. You know, yeah, he told me he lived here. Yeah.
I just got my Airbnb up and running. I got kicked off.
Did you get back on?
Well, no, but my wife's account. So,
Nice.
but I should have been like, yeah, this is actually, we're the Beatles.
Yeah, in
in
West
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
When they came to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. They stayed
Famously.
here.
This is where Waka Flocka lived.
More
Black
celebrities.
Ray Shermard. That's hilarious. How many Airbnbs, if you had to guess, have you stayed in your entire life?
How long has Airbnb been up? I feel like I used to do this couch
2012
surfing thing.
Oh, so we've had a guest before who's like, I've been doing the couch surfing thing
2006,
before.
really?
Oh, really?
2006?
Couch surfing.
Oh, couch surfing.
Couch
Yeah.
surfer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so
So I was on that, but that was
Really?
amazing. That was free, and I would stay on people's couch. I lived in New York for a year and a half couch surfing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You need to write a book about your life, dude.
I just bartended
intrigued.
illegally, and they paid me under the table, and I would stay on people's couches for free. And
Wasn't the whole point of that like reciprocity though? Like
I'll
when
get a
they-
couch one day.
Right.
oops, sorry. Yeah, I think I gave back. Yeah, once I had my own apartment, I
Did you
had
have
couch
people
surfers.
couch
Yeah.
surfing?
But I think it's more like to meet friends from around the world
Oh, really?
who like come and like stay with you for a week or a couple days.
yeah.
I definitely
Were you
abused that.
literally on a couch?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pull out couches.
I mean,
sometimes.
most people in New York pretty much are, are on a couch.
Yeah, there was no other space. I think
Yeah.
even if I go now, I would have to stay on a couch.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's all that fits in here is the couch.
Yeah.
I remember when the first time you came for the staffing company in Colombia, it was like kind of a last minute ship, and so we had like it was a very weird Airbnb. There was all kinds of weird shit in there.
Yeah, it's like a bird lover's Airbnb.
He had so many like dolls and weird shit, and like he had this one thing in one of the bathrooms that had like teeth in it. Remember that?
Oh yeah, it was I forgot about that. He did have teeth in the bathroom.
It was, and then like we used it as a coworker. It was like I think the last time before we outgrew big Airbnbs, so we got
Yeah.
a co-working space. So we're trying to turn the whole space into areas you could work. We had to clear so much, just like weird trinkets and dolls. Like the coffee table was giant, and it had same with like the kitchen table and all this stuff, just shit all over it.
Yeah.
You had to like move them all and take pictures and move them
It's
back.
not practical at all for an Airbnb.
Absolutely not. And then the reason I thought of this, so then at the top there was like a couch, like a futon bed. Sam was like, I got this.
yeah, I
He's like,
have practice with
I'm a
I've
this.
been
pro
training
at
for this.
Yeah.
That was 4th of July last year. I was in LA, and then I flew down to Colombia, and I didn't know yet like anything about the company really. I mean, we
so
talked a
it's
little
your
bit.
like 1 year work anniversary pretty
yeah,
much then.
yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And I slept in this bed that was basically just out in the open. And every day people would show up at like 7 a.m. and I'd be A, hungover because we went out the night before, B, like not showered or ready yet because
Yeah.
who
Why
comes
the
at
fuck were they
7
up at 7
a.m.?
a.m.?
We got to get to work.
Yeah. Oh my
That's why the
gosh.
co-working space model is a little better. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're not like, even me, I'm like, oh shit, they're here. Like, I'm the boss. I got to
Yeah.
like get some clothes on and not look like an idiot.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I had to shower and like in front of that. Like it was a lot, but
Yeah.
but it was yeah. That Airbnb was crazy too.
Oh, yeah, we
just
got to find
remembered
some
that.
pictures of that and drop it. It was absurd.
Yeah.
That was-
Well, you took pictures to put the stuff back, so I'm
Oh, that's
sure
true.
you
Yeah,
got
we'll be able to
'em.
find them. And we've stayed some weird ones. The next time we came, we stayed we had like 2 Airbnbs, one for the weekend. And like the last time we were just working the whole time. Yeah, I mean, we partied at night, but work. And so we had gotten there the weekend before. And we got to like enjoy ourselves and go out and poblado and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a pretty cool Airbnb. But then the next place we moved to on Sunday, we get there like, this is the coolest fucking place ever. It was huge, and like there's all these it was like a really cool setup, and like it's odd though. And it turns out it was a restaurant that had gotten repurposed as an Airbnb.
I don't know if you remember that. We explored this restaurant / Airbnb, and there was a pool in it. But
Yeah, an
it
indoor
was,
pool.
I think it was a rainwater pool. I don't know.
It was weird. It was like in the back, and then like There
There's
was literally like
bathrooms in the
bar
back,
bathrooms, like
yeah.
like a tunnel, and then like the two. It was very much clearly that was like the restaurant, and then like, but they carved out so many rooms in it too.
Yeah,
It was-
we found.
Oh, yeah.
we found a room the next day. We didn't know there was a part
Really?
of the Airbnb we never, I guess, got to see, and there was a
Wow.
whole other section with another room.
That's
Yeah.
not the one that it started raining and everything
Yes.
was leaking.
Yes,
That
that was
was
the next
the
part of the
one.
story.
Yeah.
I think that first day we're like, this is amazing. Then we went to the first day of work at the co-working space, and we get back, and it's just like it had been raining, and it's just leaking like crazy.
Yeah, everywhere.
Wow.
We
Walls
had-
are wet.
Yeah, and then we're like, well, I mean, sucks for your fucking TV, but like, you know, we put bowls everywhere, and it was just
Yeah.
leaking up a storm. It
That's
was
crazy.
And so yeah, he bought he just, I guess, flipped it from a restaurant to an Airbnb and hadn't quite gotten the roof done.
That's nuts. So you've stayed in a lot of crazy Airbnbs with AAS already, huh? Have you ever
Yeah.
stayed in a normal one with them, or?
That first one was kind of normal. That the
first
beginning of
one
the
was
weekend.
beautiful. I had
Yeah.
a beautiful view. Yeah.
Also, when we get there, we're like we're flying in, and all of a sudden I'm in a WhatsApp. Like I booked it first through Booking.com, and then I see like maybe in the reviews or something they're like, hey, you can book directly and they save you some money. So I like hit him up on WhatsApp, and he's like, yeah, we can do that. Just cancel. So I it was only like $400 saved, but still great. And then so instead of $2,400, it's $2,000.
Yeah.
And then I canceled the Booking.com one. We're good to go. And so he started a WhatsApp group with like our host. So it's not really him. It's this guy, Santiago.
Yeah, it was Santiago. Nice.
And so we're on the flight, and all of a sudden, I open up my WhatsApp, and there's just a big bag of cocaine. And I was like,
Oh my God! What?
and he's like, I'm so sorry. You know, like, that wasn't for
Wrong
you.
text.
Yeah. And I was like, we're cool, man. Don't you worry about it. You know, figure like now,
Actually, leave that there.
now that we got that on him, he's going to like be really relaxed with us. And
Right.
he was.
That's hilarious. I once
Santiago's
accidentally texted
super
a
chill.
client and was like, man, this Mexican Adderall is really weird. It's white. and I was like, oh, sorry, wrong text. This is your lawyer. Haha.
Entrapment. What? Wow, that's amazing. How did you get out of that? What happened?
Luckily, it was a cool client that I
Okay.
had like kind of known personally, so he just laughed it off. Awkward.
Yeah,
At least it was Adderall, you know.
that's true. It's true. Yeah.
But
I've
what-
Would've been
never-
worse.
Is,
Right,
is
Mexican
Mexican
Adderall.
Adderall worse?
I think it was actually Ritalin, and that's why it was white.
Yeah, I think it's just, you know, methy or.
yeah.
Right, probably.
I've in Mexico, living there. There is like there's different regulations and rules at the pharmacies. So some things are
You
over
don't
the
need a
counter.
prescription for anything.
Well,
Well,
so
not
you
anything,
need prescription
but-
for things that you don't need prescription for in
Here?
America, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think Adderall's over the counter. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure, but
You can get a lot over the counter in Mexico.
Yeah.
I hear.
Every pharmacy's like steroids, Adderall,
Right,
Xanax.
they have the signs
Yeah.
outside.
What are the
Viagra.
things? Yeah, Viagra. What are the things that Americans love?
Right.
those are
I guess
beach
Ozempic
towns.
now probably too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's injected though, right?
I don't know. I've never
Yeah,
done it.
I think so. But
Oh yeah,
so they could sell injectables in Mexico.
that's true. Yeah, man.
Anything flies.
Yeah.
How long are you in town for?
I leave Friday.
Okay.
I'm stopping over in Austin.
Have you been to Atlanta before?
for this? Actually, yeah, once before, and then once earlier to meet with Ian and the team here. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He stayed with, I guess at that time, Shafi was living in Miami
Yeah.
with the cats, and me and Ghost were living here. Sam is very allergic to cats.
Yeah, deathly allergic.
And
Really?
but
Yeah.
the girls weren't there. I was like, they'll be fine. They haven't been here in months. So
No, if a cat has ever been there, like
you
you're
survived. It'd been a
still dying.
long time.
Yeah,
It'd been clean.
It was honestly, it was fine. Yeah, I don't remember.
I used to be like deathly allergic to
Yeah.
cats. Like I couldn't even be somewhere where a cat used to be. I like rented this apartment in law school, and the guy used to have a cat.
Yeah,
Like that had moved out, and I was dying constantly, and then it just went away. I'm no
you're
longer
not
allergic to
anymore.
cats.
Teach
yeah.
me your ways.
I didn't do anything. I just like randomly noticed like there's a cat
Yeah.
around. I was like, wait a minute.
You gotta just thug it out with the cats. Like,
Yeah.
that
Dude.
danger.
Like
Exposure.
10 to 15 minutes, and I can't breathe. And then I was like, okay, I think I'm out.
Well,
Yeah.
So this time we had Meg and her assistant Stephanie were coming in town too. So she's like, and they were staying, and then she's like, yeah, can you stay too? And then first I was like, well, I mean, we have 3 guest rooms, so like all 3 can stay. And Sam was like, yeah, sounds great. And then later he was like, that sounds like a dash. I didn't really. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think. I just forgot. I don't know why. It's like, oh yeah, wait, I'm allergic to cats. I can't come, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We got to crash with Julian
Yeah. Oh man, what a nice house.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. When's the housewarming?
tomorrow. No, 2 days from now.
Oh,
4th
really?
of July.
4th of July?
Yeah,
Fun.
daytime pool party.
Oh, he has a pool. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Good for Julian.
I will be in attendance, and then I'll probably. day drinking plus night drinking is very
I
hard for
cannot
me.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I fall asleep.
My goal is to go to Dwight Deloach's white party that
Oh
night,
yeah. But is that like out in the middle of nowhere, or where is it?
but I haven't looked at the address. I said the RSVP. It's like a secret address. I'm assuming it's just his house.
Yeah, but I don't know where he lives.
Oh, he lives like in the city.
Oh, does he?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's not like, out in Griffin or something like
right. Cool.
Griffin sounds like
cool.
a cool. Is that a neighborhood?
It's not
Just like
cool.
south.
yeah,
okay.
at all.
It's like south. It's kind of far south of Atlanta. Like
Mhm.
Rick Ross, I think, is like in Fayetteville. Like
Yeah.
they get these giant like estates, but that are not near.
Oh,
And so
Yeah.
it's like every once, someone's like they host a house party, but it's like 45 minutes north of Mexico City.
Right, yeah.
yeah. Honestly, yeah. Distance wise, that's a lot here, but in Mexico,
Yeah. I mean, anything in Atlanta is a minimum 20 minutes, like to get literally anywhere.
Yeah. traffic.
But like the top of Atlanta to the bottom of Atlanta in traffic will probably take you 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Have you guys been to Mexico? I think you've been to Mexico City. Yeah.
I have to, yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially the food. I just like ate my way through that city.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we missed each other. Because I was only in Mexico City for a night, and then it was continued to La Paz. Is it
Oh,
La Paz
yeah.
I went? Yeah, La Paz, Mexico. There's not
Mhm.
the other La Paz, but we just missed each other because he had like I forget what it was, but
I don't remember. Yeah, but well, you were only there for like a couple hours.
yeah,
right?
it really was like we landed and like our flight got delayed a little bit, so instead of getting there, at 8, it was like 11,
Yeah.
and so not as easy. To
I
get
probably was just sleeping.
You're like, no, I'm not here.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's great. I think food city for sure. I think it's one of my favorite food cities. Although Atlanta has some pretty good food.
Yeah, it's
Maybe-
hit or
have
miss.
Have we
okay.
fed you?
We
well?
definitely
I feel
have good
like we
food.
tried to go out to lunch, and then I was like, well, we didn't have time, so like there's a mediocre, overpriced food court in the building.
Yeah, the food court isn't my favorite, but
Where have you been?
I was here the weekend before this week, and we went out to Ford's Barbecue. Has amazing food. Do you know? It's like
I actually
out,
haven't been there.
Decatur, I think is the place. It's
Yeah,
from,
you were in
right?
Decatur.
Ah.
And then I was just on the Beltline, and everywhere I went was delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything on the Beltline is pretty
I
good.
was at the Beltline just recording. I was giving away dog seatbelts for like content for the law firm.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I see Sam.
What?
I was just walking down the Beltline. I actually saw Ghost first, and I was like, "Wait, is that Ghost?" And then I look up, and it's like, "Oh, it's Ian."
That's so funny.
yeah.
I'm just like explaining because like we just got back from the conference where I'm selling to people from my booth, and people are walking to the conference and back, and you're like, "Hey, have you ever looked into virtual staff?" Or like, "Good morning," like, you're like, chill out, all right. And but at least we're selling someone there, so like I get why you don't want to talk to me, but here I'm just giving away dog seatbelts and
And
Fijis.
people are still like,
Yeah, I was
Oh.
like, hey.
He had a sign that said "Free Fijis." Freegies, and that was the funniest thing I saw all
that is
weekend.
such an Ian thing to put on a sign. That's
I love it.
hilarious.
I was like, free dog seatbelts and free Fijis. Freegies.
That was so good. I think I laughed for a good half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like one of the guys from Zator, he's or is it Zader?
I
forget.
have no idea.
Well, he
dude.
kept saying Zader, but he's new there. But
Yeah.
he also, so this guy's like, hey, yeah, nice to meet you. Is one of the new people from the social media company, and he's like, I did some of your content, and he's done my two favorite ones, which were like they did rather than me just coming up with it. They just recut my old stuff. So they found like they made fun of me in the like when your turn
Brad
looks like
Pitt
Brad
one?
Pitt, and then like that was supposed to kind of like rage bait people, but you don't look like Brad Pitt, fuck you. And then the next
Yeah.
week it was like when you order Brad Pitt off Temu.
Yeah.
And, and he came up with both of those, and then he also did one where they're like making fun of like my G-Wagon being wrapped, and he's like, bad marketing, you know. So I liked him.
I love those.
Yeah,
That's
those
so
are
funny.
Those are literally the best ones they've done.
Where
is
was
this
that
guy.
guy when I was using them?
He just started. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I didn't see the G. So that's on your Instagram.
Yeah,
or-
so
or-
it's like it's just making photos like it's just like a voiceover. It's like
Oh,
you know,
man, I love it.
yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll spend all our marketing budget on this G-Wagon. We'll wrap it. Yeah.
I'll bring him in.
But when he was like recording his like BTS thing that he posted, then he like tagged me. You see in the background, me and Sam like see each other for the first time and like give a big hug.
Yeah, looking
hilarious.
ridiculous. I'm like, oh my god, full arm
What a
motions.
coinky dink.
Yeah.
Any other crazy Airbnb stories you could think of?
Oh man,
That was a pretty good one.
I think. I mean, yeah, I think most of the Airbnbs I stayed at when I was like younger and trying to get the cheapest location.
Did you do shared rooms?
I've
mean,
done-
like a
yeah,
room in a shared
yeah.
house?
From the guy on the couch surfing.
Right, of course he did.
Yeah, definitely have. I did. I just did. Well, I did that recently because I went to Paris, France for a wedding, and it's ridiculously expensive to stay
Oh my
there.
God, yeah.
I had no idea. So I got a shared room, and I walk in, and this was very nice. But the lady is like probably like 80 years old.
That's so
She's
cute.
lived there her whole life. It's a like wonderful like old apartment in the middle of Paris, and she's cooking like a very French like. I don't know, cheese. I can't tell what else she's making. There's like cheese on like a stove. She's flipping it, and she doesn't speak very good English. And she's like, "Do you want cheese?" But she keeps saying cheese wrong. And I'm like, "No, I showered already. I'm good. Thank you." And like the entire time, she was super nice, but there was a lot of misunderstandings.
A lot of cheese.
Yeah,
I wonder what the word is. Shower and cheese.
Cheese is fromage.
yeah.
I don't know what shower is.
Douche,
Douche?
probably.
Yeah, douche. Yeah, douche.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Do showers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. Yeah. Sorry, but I
Awesome.
maybe
It's all
should have
good.
prepared more. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do a clip review or two before we wait for Kennedy to get here?
Lewis posted this video on her Facebook page, showing an estimated 200 teenagers in her
Project X
home,
right here.
Oh my
on
God.
her countertops, partying. 10:30 Saturday night, Jamie Lewis gets a call from police asking if she's having a party.
And of course I said no. And to be fair, I really thought it was a fake call. Seeing the videos and realizing that we needed to get home, we needed to cut our trip short.
After she says they kicked in a garage door and made themselves
What? It's
at
not even
home.
like their parents' house? It's
Feeling of
just a
being,
random house?
First of all, vandalized.
Wow, I
and
thought
then
it was just like, you know, a cool kid.
1000%
And
Right.
that's not-
violated. It's something that you just don't ever want to have to deal with.
Metro
She's
police
just
arrived in a
recklessly committing
teen
felonies.
scramble. Some jumping Lewis's back fence and into neighbor Joe Neal's backyard.
Poor Joe.
77 years old, and to hear a bunch of noise and look in your backyard.
One
That's a
even
dream come
pushing
true.
him aside as they cut his side fence to evade police. Lewis tells me
You
she
gotta
filed a
understand
report
that.
with Metro Police,
Trying to
but
get
she's taking it into her own hands to figure out the identity of the teens involved.
All
Lewis
200
says
of them?
since sharing her story online, she's heard similar stories from across the valley.
It's called a mansion party, and these kids go from house to house to house. Sometimes multiple houses in the same night.
I wonder where she got her research on the mansion party.
Right.
She's like, so-
They're
yeah.
called mansion parties. I'm pretty sure that's not what a mansion party typically is. It's just a party at a mansion.
And why does it say mansion party right there?
Teens are so reckless. Like, I assumed that it was their parents were out of town and they threw a party. They literally just broke into a random house.
Well, there's no consequences to them, right? They have no
Especially when there's 200 of them.
200 of
like,
them, and they're under 18. Oh, I don't know what
Hey,
how old
hey.
they are, but yeah.
y'all could be respectful at least in this house. You don't have to destroy it. Jumping on counters and shit.
Breaking in doors.
Yeah.
We didn't get through all of them last time, right?
Okay.
Let's roll down.
Oh, yes. I was so tired last time.
If a host at an Airbnb in New Orleans gives you a warning, listen to it. We'll call her Kate. Kate was staying in town for a business meeting, so she said she was staying at this cute little Airbnb down around the French Quarter. She was alone. She didn't want to stay in hotels. She said she always kind of got the ick in hotels. She felt like they were more dangerous. So she goes to the Airbnb. She had the code to get in, and the host had left her a handwritten note that said, you know, do whatever, you know, just clean up after yourself. But then it also said, do not open the door after midnight for anyone. She thought that they were just trying to be funny because, you know, of the nightlife that's
What
down
kind of
there.
funny
so
joke
she
would that
kind
be?
of didn't pay any mind to
I get it.
The first night, everything was fine. The second night at 12:45, she hears a knock at the door, just 3 little knocks.
Gotta test her.
They weren't frantic or like loud or anything. They were just like polite, soft knocks. She goes to the door, she looks through the peephole, and she sees this gorgeous guy standing there. She said he was like so good looking. He was pale skin, he had dark hair.
What were
the
you
most
doing in New Orleans?
gorgeous eyes she'd ever seen. He says, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you, but I left my phone in here the other day. She was kind of weirded out a little bit because she knew she
I love
hadn't
the
had
commentary
any
in the-
guests,
in
but
the
she
text.
thought maybe it was whoever stayed there before
ma'am,
her,
you
but
did
she
not.
hadn't seen or heard a phone. He tells her, hey, I can tell you where it's at. You can go get it for me. You don't even have to let me in. Then he mumbled something that she didn't really hear. She couldn't hear it through the door. So without thinking, she just cracked the door a little
Oh,
bit.
no.
That's when he winked and said, thank you, that's all I needed. Then left.
Is he a vampire? He just got invited in?
Me because she said it didn't really scare her because he was so good looking. But also was Ted Bundy. She goes back to watching TV, doing whatever she was doing. The next morning, after she gets out of the shower, before she has to go to one of her meetings, the mirror fogs up and someone had wrote, like with their finger, invited. Just one word.
What is happening? It's a ghost?
Girl.
Vampire.
She's still dumb.
According to the
and thinking
captions.
that it's something that the Airbnb does for the area or whatever. So she calls the host, and the host said, "Did you open the door?" And she said, "Yeah, for this guy. Like, I didn't let him in or anything. I just, like, cracked the door." And the Airbnb host just hangs up on her. I guess kind of like, "Girl, I already told you, like, don't open the door. You didn't listen, so you're on your own now." That night, she's in bed. She's by one of the windows, and she hears, like, 3 knocks on the window, right? And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, as soon as I'm reading it, I'm like, duh, oh, my God. So then she said she starts seeing, like, shadows move across the room. She swears she saw the guy looking through her window, but he never, like, did anything. He never came in, and she packed up all of her stuff and got the hell out of there the next morning. But she said still to this day, like, she will randomly at the same time as that occurrence happened, she'll hear 3 soft knocks, but there'll be no one there. And I'm like, he's there, girl, he's there. Have you ever
this
met a
is
vampire?
Tiff's ghost
Because
talk.
clearly that's what she just met.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. I
Also-
thought he was gonna like rob her or something.
What's the like domain of like once you invite them into one house, they're invited to all your
To
houses?
all of your houses? I don't know. There
That
are no
seems like
rules.
a unorthodox vampire rule.
Yeah.
Right.
You replace every brick in the house you
And
currently
I
live
thought
in.
once they get invited in, they suck your blood. What? They're just knocking on windows? What's the point of
Yeah.
Yeah,
that?
and where's part 2 where she's a vampire now too? Shouldn't have let. And then also like the guy hangs up on you, and you're just like not gonna follow up. But hey, wait, so
Right.
So yeah, I just
Exactly.
didn't. I just all right, whatever. We'll wait till I go to sleep again.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
That's silly.
Yeah, that's.
Ian is very anti-ghosts. He does not believe in any of that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I don't-
and
yeah.
I don't
believe in-
really either, but I mean, it could be. I don't know.
I believe in vampires even less than that.
Right. Definitely don't believe in vampires.
Yeah. What about aliens?
Aliens, I believe in.
Okay.
I just don't believe anyone who has
Interesting.
said that they got seen by aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they could be
Yeah.
like a life form that's like
for
ghost-like,
sure.
and therefore.
Well,
That would be an explanation I would take before,
Ghost,
you know,
like
a
dead
vampire.
spirit of a dead person.
Yeah.
Oh, vampire. Yeah. Yeah. I
No,
can't
definitely no
imagine.
vampires.
Yeah.
I assume.
Oh, one thing we've got to tell you about, Sam, before we wrap up,
Yeah.
is we have a guest book you're supposed to sign. Definitely
Okay.
should have warned you earlier, but it's going to pop up over the screen. So
Oh.
just like whatever, any
Your
phrase,
takeaway,
any
yeah.
takeaway from this episode, any just go-to thing you want to
Yeah,
say.
words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
Funny quote, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Nobody watches till the end, anyways.
You made it this far.
All right.
You made it this far. You know, hot tubs in Mexico are not hot. Just lesson learned, guys.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Hot tubs in Mexico are not hot.
Well, thanks, Sam. That was
Thanks.
awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks for
super
coming.
nice to
We
meet you.
appreciate
Thanks for
you.
having me. Yeah, this was really cool. And Sharon's adorable.
Maybe Sharon. Well, this has been another episode of Once Upon a Bnb. This is Maha.
I'm Ian.
This is Sam.
Bye, guys.
Bye.